Hey everybody, it's Josh. Welcome back to the Landlord Harassment Channel. And I wasn't going to comment on this, but this has been all over the news for the last couple of days, and I happen to be a fan of this person, so I'm going to comment on the Candace Cameron Bure quote unquote controversy that's been going on lately. Now, here's what happened. Candace was in an interview with some media outlet. I don't know which one, but she's an executive at a TV station or a cable TV station called Great American Country or Great Country Music or something like that. Anyway, at one point in the interview, the interviewer asked her if she was going to be featuring any gay characters in her upcoming Christmas movies. And she said basically, no, I'm going to stick to traditional marriage. That's what this channel is all about. It's about traditional marriage and traditional Christian values and so on and so forth. I'm obviously paraphrasing here, but this is basically what Candace said. Somehow, some way, the left found a way to be offended by this. It's all over Twitter and all over the news and everything that Candace, hates gay people or whatever. And the thing is, Candace never even mentioned gay people. The words gay didn't even come out of her mouth. She just said she's going to stick with traditional marriage characters in her movies because that's what she's about. She didn't say she was going to go after the gay community or anything like that. But if you look at Twitter right now and you look at any social media boards, Candace's Instagram, they're all calling her a quote-unquote bigot. They're complaining that she's excluding them and this and that. First of all, there's gay characters on every single television station out there. Can we have one station where we're not forced to promote that stuff? Like, why do you lefties have to have your bully your way into everything? But second and most importantly, Candace didn't say nothing about gay people. She didn't say, I think like two of her best friends are gay. So this idea that she hates gay people is just nonsense. But this is where the LGBTQ community is right now. And this is where the left is right now. Just looking for reasons to be offended. Talking about Candace hates gay people. We're not even talking about real people here. These people aren't even mad that Candace isn't allowing like gay producers to work on the set. That's not true, by the way. I'm saying this to make a point. These people are actually mad that Candace isn't going to invent a pretend gay person character to put into a movie. This is where we're at in society nowadays. And listen, I consider Candace Cameron to be a very class woman. I really do. And I say this as somebody who disagrees with her strongly on a lot of issues. For example, I'm pro-choice on abortion. She isn't. That's a really strong disagreement I have with her there. And there's a couple of other strong disagreements. So me and Candace probably would not be like super close friends if we knew each other in real life. But the fact is, she's still a class woman. She still represents God as well as anybody in Hollywood that I know of. And I support her 100% in her career and in this particular situation. You guys got no reason to go after her. She didn't say anything disparaging about the gay community. She doesn't hate gay people. And she's not going to try to hold gay people down or, cause problems for gay people in any sort of way. But let me tell you guys something. You guys are always out there accusing people of hating gay people. Let me tell you something. And this is to you in the LGBTQ community. If you keep picking fights like this and trying to impose your will on everybody like you've been doing the last 4 or 5 years, what's going to happen is people are going to start hating gay people for real. And I don't want that for you because I don't want people to hate gay people. But the LGBTQ community is ruining it for the rest of the gay community. They're ruining it for the average gay man who just wants to work and live his life with his partner and stuff. When you're constantly bullying and harassing people because they don't do something you want, or even because they don't like you. I mean, there's people out there that truly don't like gay people, but they have that right. When you're constantly trying to ruin the careers and ruin the lives of someone just because they don't like you, eventually society is going to push back on you, and it's going to push back on you hard. You LGBTQ followers and you lefties in general, you are setting yourselves up to create the biggest anti-gay backlash probably in the history of this country. If you keep doing the stuff that you're doing. You had no reason to pick this fight. None. Candace has done nothing wrong. And 90% of the people you go after have done nothing wrong. Listen, nobody cares that you're gay. Nobody has cared that you're gay in about 30 years. Okay? Society is, I don't even think people cared that much even before then, to be honest with you. I mean, even in like the 1970s, 50 years ago, people knew that like half the rock star singers were gay. And guess what? They still went to their concerts, bought their shirts, all that sort of stuff. So you could almost say that nobody has cared that you're gay in about 50 or 60 years. Yet the left, the LGBTQ, because they have, it's not because they're gay, it's because they have this leftist mentality. Maybe there needs to be an LGBTQ, like a conservative wing of the LGBTQ community. Yeah, I know the log cabin Republicans exist, but they're like boomers. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're not going to have much of an influence. But maybe there needs to be an LGBTQ gay young people's conservative version of the LGBTQ community to counteract this leftist nonsense that they always try to push. You don't get to ruin people's lives just because they don't like you. You don't get to ruin people's lives just because they don't say exactly what you want them to say in an interview. You don't own nobody. And again, if you guys keep going this direction, picking fights for no reason. Listen, I'm a former homeless dude. All right? And I'm the most discriminated against minority that you know about. It's still socially acceptable to prejudice against homeless dudes. You won't believe some of the stuff people said to me. But never once did I think, oh, I'm going to go and ruin this person's job or career because he hates homeless people. You're going too far when you do that. Only a truly evil individual does something like that. If I got a problem with something somebody said to me, they don't like me because I'm homeless, I'll approach them like a man. And if we got to pick up these and fight, then that's what we got to do. But we keep it between us. You fight your own battles. You don't try to ruin somebody's life and career and all that. So like you lefties and you LGBTQ like promoters, you're out of line even when somebody doesn't like you. There's going to be people that don't like you. You got to get past that. If you weren't gay, they would find another reason not to like you. That's just human nature. People like to find reasons to look down on other people so that they can feel good about themselves. You know, because very few people want to do the work of like self-improvement and improving themselves. So the way they make themselves feel better about themselves is by looking down on others. And there are some people who look down on gay people. And they choose gay people to look down on to make themselves feel better. But that don't mean you get to ruin their lives. But anyway, back to the point. 90% of the fights the LGBTQ community picks with people, and 90% of the fights that lefties pick with people and try to get people canceled for, aren't even legit anyway. They're painting people as racists and homophobes and all this who aren't even real racists and who aren't even real homophobes. All right? So, it's a bunch of nonsense. But you people in the LGBTQ community, not the overall gay community, but the people who are part of like the political organization of LGBTQ, you would do well to listen to my words. Because if you keep going the way you're going, there's going to be an insane backlash against you guys. And it's already starting. Unfortunately, I think when the backlash comes, the pendulum is going to swing too far the other direction, and uh, there's going to be a huge anti-gay movement in this country, probably like you've never seen before. So you guys need to chill out. Choose your battles wisely. If you find out somebody was fired from a job because they're gay, that's a worthy battle. That's something you can get in and say, okay, fire this manager. He fired this person because he was gay. That's cool. And there's a lot of other battles that are totally cool, but somebody who's not even disparaging the gay community, who's just sticking to their Christian beliefs, you're mad at them because they're not going to write and make up and create a fake gay person as a character in one of their movies because they're sticking to Christian values. Like, how crazy can you be to pick a fight like that and turn that into, Candace wants to destroy the gay community or whatever? It's nonsense. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. I stand with Candace Cameron on this, and I don't know what else to tell you. Cash App's link down below. Please show your love. We'll talk to you guys soon.